Right, welcome back people, and like I say, as promised, we're now talking about the yuki bag. This yuki bag can be purchased from Moonfleet Angler. He's your leading stockist of yuki supplies. Pardon me. Fantastic bag. I think I paid around about 70 quid for this bag, 60 quid. I know you might think that's a little bit steep, but please keep in mind you only get what you pay for. And this bag, I've had it for about a year now. Nothing's faulted with it. Nothing. Now I've said that, the zip will fall off tomorrow morning. No, nothing's ever gone wrong with it. No rips in it. It's fully waterproof. It's a good piece of kit. So if you want one of these and you like the look of them, get yourself onto Moonfleet's website. I'm sure they'll sort you out. Anyway, the bag I've spoke to you about, compartments wise, I'll start off at the side. We've got a compartment here. It's got my fillet knife in. It's got a pair of, whatever you want to call them, I can't remember the name of them, but they use the good if the fish has swallowed the hook. A multi-tool, just like a pair of pliers, stuff like that. There's some scissors in the bottom of there, and this, that and the other. It's got a large compartment at the back of it. You can just see there, you can fit God knows what in there, but that's quite handy. At the other side, we've got a hammer. I'll explain to you what I use that for in a bit. This little tube here is again one of Dave Mills' little inventions. I think this is his sinker tube. This is what he buys to put his sinkers in. I didn't go down that route. I used it for my different lengths of bait waters. There they are there, just different selections. And I just keep them in there, nice and handy. They're there for us all the time. And that just slots straight into the side of there. What? Put that down to there. Right, now the business end. Before that, you've got a zip on the top as well, which you could put God only knows what in there, whatever you like. You've got a nice big strong zip on the front. Lift it up. This is my marking card, what I use when I'm fishing the Blenny Hill, with it being catch, measure, release. That's what I use for that. And there's the top. That's what you're getting. Here I've got a Daiwa linear tournament, 5,000 BR. I bought that from Andy Rutherford's quite a while back. It cost us £180. Quite expensive you might say, but I know reels that's a lot more expensive. But that is a piece of kit, that is quality, that. Absolutely lovely. Love it to bits. Nice bait runner, good solid piece of kit. Comes with a nice spill. That's loaded up with £20 Spectra braid, and that's loaded up with mono. On the inside we've got a little piece of carbon. For the lads that's never used braid before, try not, if you get into a fast, whatever you do, don't wrap it around your hand and start pulling. You're just going to cause yourself injury. You got straight at E&A, that's where you go. It'll cut straight in you. Trust us, I've seen it a million times. Get a piece of carbon. I've seen lads use the reducer off the bottom of the rods, a piece of nylon, a stick, whatever, anything. It doesn't have to be this. I've just got this. All there is a snap rod there hard. Cut the ends off, bit tape on the end just so it's no sharp edges, and I use that. If I'm fast, I'll wrap the braid around that, hold it like that, and I'm pulling. So that's taking the tension, not my hand, and that's it, and I'm out. Cost effective. Oh, it's alive, and that's that one. Anyway, as you can see in the top of here, I've got a selection of threads. If you can just zoom in on that bit there. The reason I've got so many threads is that when you fish in the river, you can get plagued with crabs. I mean, honestly, you'd think you've been with a dirty woman all week. Crab after crab after crab. So just try to keep the bait on the hook a little bit longer. A little bit cutting. As you saw us mention earlier on, I had a hammer. That's the reason. These here is what brickies use for straight lines when they're obviously building walls, houses, whatever. And I use these to put my IMAX fishing shelter up. You might have seen us do that on one of the previous episodes of Sandmans Tackle Time when we were doing the rod review on the new Sonic Gravity surf rods. These things here were absolutely fantastic. What got me about them is because when we're fishing up the River Weir, a lot of the paving is constructed of block paving. So with it being flat there, it was wedging down in the side rather than it being fully rounded, so I thought, oh, it's a good idea that, and exactly it worked a trade, so they're stuck. I think it cost us about a £5 off one of my mates. Happy days, that's them. They just slot into the bag there. Also, what's in my bag is these guys here, as you've seen us mentioned many a time, the good old Sputniks. There's one there. There's another one, 3.5 ounce. There's a 4 ounce one if I'm want to go a little bit heavier. Good old pyramid sinkers. Never ever used to use these before, and I got taught to one of the good match anglers around here, Kenny McCoy, pour us onto them, and he's right, like, you're a good guy. And I've got my little ounce pear mould sinkers, which I'll just let them bounce around in the tide to try and attract that flounder. As we all know, flounders are predatory fish and they like a moving bait, so that's the philosophy behind that. Anyway, on the front of the bag we've got a little pouch there which I just keep various bits and bobs of hooks in. Then you come to the main compartment, so it's down like that and opens up, and as you can see I've got a few spools of amnesia line. I know what they are now, there's 2 8s and a 10 there, that's what I use for hook snuds. There's a good old fish sizer made out of stainless steel. One of my mates at our fishing club makes these. They're absolutely fantastic piece of kit, these. I mean, there's loads of lads got them, they really are. So I've shoved a Ziplex stick on it, you know where I'm like with Ziplex. And it's a really good piece of kit. Never rusts, brilliant. Then we've got the bits and bobs tray. As you've seen, is using my beach box. Again, but now you can see I'm mainly emphasising around hooks. There's different breeds of fish in the river, as you know. You've got eels, flatties, this, that and the other. And I tend to jot around using different size hooks. These hooks here are an absolute deli, these hooks there. If I can just get your, I'll get your one out. They're a size 2 wormer hook. I'd never seen them before, and a lad called Kenny McCoy had actually put me onto these, and it improved my catch tenfold. They're extremely sharp, a very good hook, to say the least. That's them. The other ones, you've got the Kamasans. There's the Kamasan crab hooks. I use them. I've also got there's like Sakuma stingers and Sakuma phantoms and bits and bobs like that, all in there, all different ones. So I can just chop and change as I seem to go on. Here I've got different versions of the fast link that you've seen is made in Sandmans Tackle Time. This is made with 16 gauge stainless, not the 18 gauge, which I'm going to quickly talk on about in a minute. But again, you don't need to go up to 316 for likes of scratching. It's a bit over the top, but the 16 gauge will suffice no problem for fishing up the river. And that's that. So that's the bits and bobs tray. So we'll plonk that back. It just happens that fits absolutely beautiful just there, as you do. Above that, I've got nothing else. You notice that there's no rig wallets in here. I've just got a Tronics rig winder box, and the reason being because mainly the only rig that I use up on the riverway is a 2-hook flatter. I like to keep on seeing. These are absolutely fantastic for that. They come undone all the time. As you can see, that's a 2-hook flatter with the size 2 wormer hooks, and that there is rigs with, obviously them hooks are a little bit bigger. They are phantoms, Sakuma phantoms. So just various rigs, bits and bobs that I use up on there. That's that. And then on the next compartment up is this fella. Now what this is a bait tray, a freezer bag one obviously, but I've never been a fan of using it for that, so what I use if I will put as a sandwich up or anything like that, it goes into there. And I always like to carry a bucket with us. If you see on all the episodes of Sandman's Tackle Time when I'm doing the fishing one, you'll always see us with a white bucket. The reason I take a white bucket is, one, I put a freezer pack in the bottom. It keeps me bait nice and fresh and cool. 2, I use it as a table. As you can see, I'm sitting in my chair and it's just somewhere like a little bench to work off, and it just works great for me. And third of all, I've got trays that go inside with sort of different compartments, so I can put several different baits in. They're not all mixed up and all the rest of it. It just works for me. And it's what I've always done. And there's a saying, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. So I won't fix it. Stick to what you know. So that goes in there, that slots in there, that's great for that. So that's basically all I can say about that guy. Money well spent from Moonfleet. Love it to bits. Hope I get many more years out of it. So that's the end of another bag. Next time I come back again, I'm going to pause the video for another 5 minutes or so. And we'll come back, and next time we're going to come back with a bits and bobs box that is filled. It's just a holy grail. It's God knows what in it. So with a bit of luck, I hope you enjoy going through it as much as I will. One on the bottom, got one on the top, so they better one on the bottom. Now boys and girls, there's a nice little flounder there. Just got us off and running. Bite detection, as you saw yourself, was absolutely fantastic on that Sonic Surf. Fantastic it was. There it is. One nice flounder. That's about 28, 29 maybe. So we're going